Okay, so thanks for the patience and welcome to New Zealand head coach Ian Foster on the far right and Captain Sam Kane. If we could take the first question, please. Yeah, just down here on the left.
G'day, Ian and Sam. Lachlan here from the platform in New Zealand. Congratulations on the victory and making a World Cup final. A question for you, Ian. It felt as though tonight's match was a real contrast to last week and that victory over Ireland and the, I guess, intensity and drama around it. And you look at tonight where that first try of the second half was scored, it seemed as though the match was all but won for you guys. Do you feel as though that was ideal preparation for a World Cup final? Are you happy with that, with the prep heading into a World Cup final?
Yeah. It's a World Cup semi-final. The goals are go and win it. And we won it. So, you know, and I think it was a tough battle. Argentina, I thought, you know, played with massive passion and accuracy in that first part of the game, put us under a lot of pressure, and that's what you'd expect in a semi-final. So, but, you know, I love the composure that we had of staying in the game, and when we had our opportunities, we were pretty clinical about executing. And, you know, it wasn't a perfect start, but it was a start that we were put under a lot of pressure. And you talk about before half-time, after half-time, well, those 2 or 3 minutes before half-time were pretty important, weren't they? You know, that 8 points gave us that buffer, and then that scrum straight after half-time, that really sort of sealed it, I think. So, but World Cup semi-final is a great preparation for a World Cup final. That's all I'd say.
Hi, question for Ian, please. Here, Simon Valzer, Midi Olympique. It's a two-side question. First of all, your team looks never more dangerous than when she's enjoying her rugby, as it's going right now. Your team seems to take a lot of pleasure playing rugby. And the second side of the question would be on more personal point of view. You, Ian, you've been through some hard times with this team, and now you are in the final of the Rugby World Cup. Do you take this as a sort of revenge, or do you enjoy, facing the critics, saying, guys, you know, I'm in the final, so you can say whatever you want?
Yeah, I'd love to jump to the second question first, but I better start with the first question. The answer to the first question is you have to enjoy your work, but it's not like a focus for us to go out there and have fun, but it is a focus to make sure that, you know, we want to go and execute our game to the level that we need to, and I think the team takes a lot of pride when they do that, and you know, the work that the leaders and the players are doing and how they're training, it's a real credit to them. They're working hard, and as you go through tournaments, you have to really enjoy it. You know, it's there's a lot of pressure, and if you don't celebrate moments and have moments that put a smile on your face, then it become a long old time. So, look, I'm delighted with the attitude of the team. In regard to me, I'm part of a group, and I'm proud of the group. I'm proud of this coaching group. They're working hard. And they're linking well with the players, and the players are contributing heavily to what we're doing, and there's a nice synergy about it. So of that I am very proud. But you know, one more week. Thank you. That was the second question. You know, I think I'll reiterate the answer to the second question is I'm just proud to be part of this group, and there's nothing. It's not a personal agenda here. This is about the All Blacks, and it's always about the team. And things that happen to individuals in the team, and clearly they've happened to me. But it doesn't change. Team comes first. All the decisions we make have to be about what's the best thing for the team. And right now we're doing a lot of those decisions together as a group, and it's working well. Thank you.
Thank you, Ian. We'll go at the back on the right, then the front on the right, and the third one on the left. Thank you.
Question for Sam over here. Sam, how happy with the team bouncing back from that huge effort last week, and also the patience shown tonight and the scrums, albeit just a few of them, but the scrummaging?
Yeah, we've played obviously Argentina a wee bit in the past, and we know they're a team that can frustrate. They're a team that stays in the fight long, and they often accumulate points in threes. So we wanted to be patient. Yeah, a lot of credit must go to the forward pack. I thought, you know, we wanted to scrummage well. We wanted to drive well, and the opportunities we had, we made the most of. Yeah, I mean the scrum penalty just before half time, which allowed us to get down in their end, and then eventually score, was huge. So, yeah, really pleased with the work we put in to get that, and you know, we have to go again.
Sam, you and I spoke at Twickenham after the South African game, and you said that you were disappointed in the way you defended. Yet in this World Cup, a lot of people are talking about your attacking efficiency, but it's your defence that's really been the quantum leap forward. What do you put that down to? Where are you getting the motivation? What's been the chat in the dressing room about the need to defend during the knockout stages, and how have you improved it?
Yeah, I think I sat here last week and said, look, history shows often the team that's defensively one of the best will end up winning the World Cup, and it's an area that, you know, there's a few guys in our team who are particularly passionate about it, so it's driven pretty strong. A lot of credit's got to go to Scott McLeod, our defence coach, and Joe Smith's helping him out as well. But I think we've got a system now that we really believe in. Some of the skill sets within that, you know, the individual tackles, and then the work that the boys that aren't playing each week are doing for us in terms of learning opposition plays and shapes, so we're getting to train those throughout the week's been huge as well. So probably hard to pinpoint one key factor. A lot of contributing things into that. But yeah, absolutely. I think we're pretty stoked to not concede any tries tonight. Proud of that.
Thank you. On the left-hand side. Yeah.
Yeah, question for Sam, just a follow-up on that a little bit. Do you remember what the mindset was after, you know, you lost to South Africa and then to France, and a lot of people writing you off? Did you take some of the criticism on board, or you just shrug it off, and what's the mindset now?
Oh, look, like I suppose like criticism and stuff, that outside noise is something that we've sort of become accustomed to doing our best to block out, and we focus on what's important within the group. You know, and because of that, you know, we know there's not much to be gained by that, so we just focus on and we trust the coaching staff immensely. We trust the plan, and you know, we're in a sort of different stage as a team at that point. A very different team we rolled out. We've had some guys coming back from injury, and now for a few weeks consistently we've had the squad in a really good place in terms of full health and full training, and so yeah, it feels like we've built nicely to this point.
Yep, on the right, and could we have a microphone in the middle here for the next one?
Ian, can you just speak? I know your forward pack laid on a mighty foundation for you tonight, but can you just speak to your two wings? One coming back in a difficult situation, and another, I guess, having some fun out there. Can you just speak to the performance of those two guys and how important they were in a quality overall effort?
Yeah, played well, and had to, because I thought Leicester played well last week too, and he's put the pressure on. But you know, Mark was strong in the close quarter areas, and it was that sort of game. So he enjoys going in close like that, and thought he did that well. Defended really well, and you know, I thought Will, you know, just shows how good he is at finishing things off, and so you know, their combination I think's worked well from the start of the year. You know, we put a bit of time into that during the Rugby Championship, and and are really delighted with the combination they've got, you know, and you've got the sort of the glue in between them, which is Bodie, he's the communicator that sort of connects the dots largely. So, look, they're going good, but they're going to need to.
Ian, I think you opted to finish the game with 14 men, and the nature of the contest, your dominance allowed you to go to the bench early in the second half, and I think whatever happens tomorrow, you'll have an extra day recovery. Do you think you're going to be able to leverage those things going into the final?
Oh, I don't think they'll make a massive difference. I mean, finals are finals, and everyone will be prepared. Whoever we play, they'll be prepared 100%. But it was an opportunity for us to make sure that we look after our resources the best we could. Really didn't see a need of putting Scooter back on, only from the perspective that if he had another little yellow card incident in the next 5 minutes, it might have made it a little bit niggly. So for us, it was just a precautionary type decision to keep him off, and kind of would have preferred Damien to kick that ball out in the 81st minute, but he doesn't always listen to me.
Ian, obviously. Ian. The victors of England, South Africa away next week. What are you expecting? Presumably you'll watch that game with your feet up tomorrow night. What are you expecting from that game, and who do you want to win?
I'll be watching it, probably have some popcorn, and sit there and watch it, and I don't care who wins, to be honest. You know, I think we're very much in a focus about ourselves stage at this moment, and I think, you know, one thing that extra day does give us, it gives us a bit of a chance to have a break mentally, and not to spend too much juice worrying about if it's them. So, look, they're both good teams. You got one team that's, you know, South Africa's been playing some brilliant rugby the last few weeks and clearly on top of their game, but we've also seen an English team that sort of has just built away quietly and is really probably starting to, you know, they understand how they want to play, and they're starting to get really good at how they want to play and believe in that. So it'll be an interesting contrast to styles.
Back on the left, thanks.
Ian, you've made it clear in the last few years that you're expecting your props to be more than just scrummaging machines. What did you sort of make of the performances of your two young number 1 and number 3 out there tonight? Yeah,
they're going good, and you know, they're getting stronger, more confident. And contributing around the park, and I thought the two young guys off the bench sort of added value in that space too. So, look, there's plenty of competition in the props at the moment, and all 6 of them have played very, very well for us. So it's not an easy thing. But I think with Tyrell and Ethan, they've started the last 2. You got to remember, Tyrell hasn't really played a lot of rugby. With that cut that he got in that South African game that took him off after 9 minutes, and then you got Ethan's had a couple of weeks holiday, so you know both of them have got a bit more time under their belt now, and it's starting to show. So peaking just nicely, I think.
Okay, I don't see any further hands raised, so thank you very much. The mix zone will be open in just a couple of minutes' time.
Thank you.
Ian, thank you.
Thank you.